Hello! If you're new to the channel, welcome to Thirsty Thursday Toys. I do nerdy drink recipes and figure reviews every Thursday. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You know the drill. Today, we are going to be making a Mimosasaurus. Haha, yeah. And checking out these guys, the complete Ania Mosasaurus collection. Now, in my journey of making this drink, I thought I could just make a blue mimosa, and I was wrong. And if you figured it out, please let me know. There's a science that I haven't quite grasped. Now, typical mimosa is made with orange juice and champagne, or prosecco, or whatever you'd like to use. And that looks a little something like this. I'm going to use half and half, and the other half OJ. I'm going to put in a little bit of blue food coloring. Problem is, because of the color of the OJ, it's going to turn out a little teal. Not quite what we're going for. Tasty, but wrong. There's also something called a Tiffany mimosa, which is made with your champagne, lemonade, and blue curacao. Now this, appearance-wise, is more of what I was going for. But I feel like I use blue curacao way too much, so here's my solution. Get your glass. You might notice I'm using a tiny glass, and that's for two reasons. A, I want to make sure it fits on screen, and two, I've already had a few today, so I'm going to take it a little slow. Start with your Prosecco or champagne or sparkling wine or whatever. I'm going to do about half and half. There we go. Yeah, I know, it's a little much. Hold on. There we go. The other half, instead of orange juice, it's going to be blue juice. You can get this at your local dollar store or in larger jugs at your local supermarket. And there we go. If you remember in Jurassic World, they fed a shark to the Mosasaurus, so we're going to get a little shark gummy. Get one of these sticks. Just stick that right there into the shark. And set that into the glass. Ta-da! Cheers. Today we're looking at the complete collection of Ania's Mosasaurus figures. At least all the ones that have been released as of the recording of this video. Here we go! Boom. We're going to start here with the Jurassic World Mosasaurus. This guy features a dark blue paint scheme that fades to a lighter blue underneath. That goes all the way from the tip of its snout to the tip of its tail. It does have this deep red painted eye, white teeth, pink inside the mouth, and it does feature 3 points of articulation. As you saw, the jaw does open about to there, and it has 2 points of articulation on the tail. So this part can move from here to here, and the second part here can go from here to here. Not very natural, but it's better than nothing. I'm a sucker for the Jurassic World Mosasaurus design, so I love it. This one's about 6.5 inches long. It's a little bit longer than the gashapon figure, and a little bit thicker. Not as thick as the Mattel one, but definitely longer. Just another comparison for you, definitely out of scale. The next one we're looking at is a non-Jurassic Mosasaurus. As far as I'm aware, this one was only released in a 3-pack with a T-Rex and a Velociraptor. This one features a much lighter blue paint job, fading to a very, very light blue, almost white on the bottom. More vivid, deep pink inside the mouth, brighter yellow eyes. Same points of articulation, the jaw can open to about there. Articulated at the base of the tail here, and down here. We've also got some pretty good detail on this one. It's much shorter, but also much thicker than the Jurassic World version. This one's roughly 5.5 inches long. Assuming I'm doing these in chronological order, the next one is a baby Mosasaurus. This little one's maybe 3.5 inches long, and instead of coming boxed, came actually in a capsule set with 5 other prehistoric creatures. These are all baby versions, so you've got baby versions of T-Rex, Stegosaurus, Mosasaurus, 2 different Triceratops, and Rhamphorhynchus. And yes, these are part of Takara Tomy's Ania line. The main color is blue on this one, but it does have a light blue spray that starts at the top, fades to the middle, and then starts up again as it goes down to its belly. And its lower jaw is that very, very light blue. It does have those cream painted teeth, and a maroon inside the mouth, and lime green eyes. It does have jaw articulation, pretty wide, and the tail only has 1 articulation point. It's a ball joint, so it can spin around, and it has some wiggle room, and it can pop off. That's how it came inside the capsule. It just pops right back on. There it is with the adult. And finally, this is the most recent one as of the recording of this video. This one is a little bit different. It's the Mizu ni Uku version, meaning water floating version. And as you can see in the photo, it should float on water. If you've seen the Bumpy video, then you've heard me get all excited about the packaging. I love this packaging. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that in here, but on the top, you have some details about the articulation and how it can float. Image on the front, and it does come with a bonus ammonite. More images on the side. Some details on the back about the Mosasaurus. I'm not sure why they chose this red image, but cool. Maybe they'll do a repaint. Inside, we have the figure all bagged up. Got the ammonite also in a bag. And, oh, 2. I don't know if it's supposed to come with 2, but it does have some informational cards here. Oh, I see. Okay. That's really cool. One card in Japanese and the other one in English. Check out the ammonite. This is in a solid rubber. I don't know if this floats or not. We'll find out. Brown on the shell, kind of pale peach color, and a lighter brown on the top of the head. Black and white eyes. The Mosasaurus. This one is definitely thicker than the others. It has a much more almost purpley blue on top, the glossier finish, that fades down to whiter on the belly. And it fades back to that darker blue on the tips of the limbs. That's pretty neat. Has this pale yellow eye, white teeth, kind of pinkish inside the mouth, and a lighter pink tongue. It features these same points of articulation as the other ones. Mouth opens pretty wide, tail can rotate here, and down here. Here it is next to the earlier version, next to the Jurassic World. And this one's about 6.5 inches long. So it's just about the same length as the Jurassic World one. Moment of truth. Here's some water, and it floats. And the ammonite, it also floats. Squeezing it, it feels like there is some hollow component to it. And all these points of articulation, they're, self-contained? So it doesn't connect to any hollow bits, so it's not going to get any water inside and get moldy. And if you want to, you can pop these all off and let them dry separately. Now the other versions, it does sink right to the bottom. That's the original, that's the Jurassic World, and that's the baby. And the Mattel. I've picked these guys up at HobbyLink Japan over the years, but by the time you're watching this, they're probably sold out, so you may have to resort to an aftermarket site like eBay or Mandarake. As always, good luck on your hunt, thank you for subscribing, see you next week, and please drink responsibly. Hey Hun Bun, do you want some reject mimosas?
Yes.